First off, before I start this story, let me just say that I have the utmost respect for police officers, soldiers, firefighters, anybody out there who puts their lives, first responders, etc. Anybody who out there who helps others, saving lives, protecting people, utmost respect completely. So when I say that I think this was really crazy, it was really crazy. How did this happen? So picture this, folks. You're just spent a week-long trip on a Royal Caribbean ship. You had, it's a Christmas cruise. In fact, you're disembarking on Christmas Eve to go home and enjoy Christmas with your family. And as you're getting off the ship, you're met by county sheriffs, and they arrest you, saying that, sorry, you have a warrant out for you in Harris County, and it's for child endangerment, and you're being booked and arrested and placed in handcuffs, put into a car, and driven away. And your children are all adults. And you know something's wrong, but no one's listening. So a woman aged 48 at the time was having this happen to her. She was being arrested in Port Everglades, and she just got off the Harmony of the Seas. Her name is Jennifer Heath Box, and she was being arrested for child endangerment, and she ended up spending 3 nights in jail while people were trying to figure out why she was even arrested. This couldn't have been her. Her brother's another police officer and was trying to get this solved for her as well. But apparently the deputy sheriff just would have none of it. And apparently there were tons of red flags, if you will, on the warrant that was sent from Harris County that should have told the deputy sheriff and other sheriffs that were there that this is completely the wrong person you're looking at. And we all like to think that things work like we watch on Law and Order on TV, right? On Hill Street Blues, on all the police shows that, police are hard at work making sure they have the right person and double checking things, and it's, but it doesn't always, it seems, work that way. Now, some of the red flags, first off, the booking officer ran the driver's license of Box and said, hey, there's no warrants for this person. There's nothing. But that didn't dissuade deputy sheriff saying, nope, she has no arrest warrant from Harris County, we're still holding her. And then other red flags. You would think that's a big enough red flag that if you run the driver's license that Harris County has the warrant out with, and there's no warrants, that maybe something's wrong, and maybe you need to make some phone calls and contact people and double check some stuff and find out the exact details. Well, some of those details, had they looked into it, were, for one thing, she has completely different color eyes than the suspect. A different skin tone. There's 23-year age difference from the suspect that they were looking for. 23 years. The person was almost half the age of Box. I guess she should be complimented that she looked so young, that she was getting away for being 26 instead of 48. I guess that's a compliment to her, I guess. If she probably would have been very flattered had it not been the fact that she was in jail for this. Not only that, the person they were looking for had 5 young children. Obviously, there's a 23-year age gap. They would all be young children, where Box had 3 adult children. Completely different age bracket, which means how are you child endangering adults in this whole story? There just seemed to be so many red flags. Also, the driver's license didn't match the one on the warrant. Also, the mailing address, the home address didn't match. Nothing was matching whatsoever. Yet still the sheriff insisted that she was that person, with all this differences in the warrant. And finally, the brother ended up saying, hey, can you send us her fingerprints down there to confirm that, send us boxes and his fingerprints so we can show you, it doesn't match. This isn't it. And the Harris County sent back saying, well, we don't have any prints of Miss Box, because she's never been arrested, so we don't have her fingerprints. And then about 5 hours later, they sent a message saying, yeah, please release this person on this warrant as soon as possible. I guess they realized down there that they had sent the wrong driver's license picture on the warrant. Somebody down there made that mistake. Now, it's one thing to make a mistake, right? It's one thing I attached the very similar names. One is Jennifer Heath Box, and the other one was Jennifer Del Carma Heath. 2 of the names out of 4, I guess, were good enough to make this arrest. But with all the other differences, difference in height, difference in ages, difference in eye color, this should have been a slam dunk obvious, I need to pick up the phone and find out what's going on because this doesn't match that person. And even your own booking agent said they had no warrant out for this person's arrest. And the fingerprints didn't match anybody because she was never arrested or charged with anything. Well, apparently they go into some horrific conditions. I'm not going to talk about what they say was happening. Freezing conditions, a male inmate trying to get into her cell repeatedly while she was there, etc., etc. Just the fact that she was arrested and put in jail for 3 days on something that should have been obvious, this was not her, probably allows a lawsuit to go forward, which is what's happening right now. She is suing the deputy sheriff, Paredes, I think is his name, and the office there, Broward County, as well, for this, for this happening basically at all. And it makes you kind of wonder and worry if this can happen with such differences. It's not like there was a 2-year age difference. It's not like the driver's license numbers were the same driver's license, or the home address was the same, even the same city for that matter. Or even the eye colors match. Something matched. Did anything match on this warrant to the person they arrested? Doesn't seem like it. And a simple mistake by a clerk attaching the wrong photo had somebody arrested, put in jail, and it should have been an easy solve. It should have been an easy resolve. Somebody, even the booking sergeant or whoever was doing the booking, noticed that the driver's license had no warrant. Right then and there, somebody should have been picking up the phone, calling Harris County, and going over the details and saying, okay, tell me that, what's the woman, describe the woman to us. And it should have been, okay, this isn't the person we have, and out she goes, she's free, sorry ma'am. Instead, when she was being released, apparently one of the sheriffs said, it happens. Man, I hate to think it happens that often, because that to me is really crazy. And I'd like to see them defend in court. It happens. Let me know in the comments down below. What do you think? Do you think this should have been a slam dunk easy thing to fix? Why did it take 3 days? I know why it took 3 days. It was Christmas. They arrested her on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, holidays. That's why it took 3 days. Because somebody was on celebrating Christmas and they couldn't be bothered to make sure that an innocent woman wasn't put in jail because of a clerical mistake. Yikes. Like to see that being defended in court, and I guess we will in the near future. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think, and until next time, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.